Hey, this is Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. And today I'm talking about how you decide. I decide, and you decide. We all have our own lives, right? As children, the big people decided everything. I'm saying this with Alex and Maxim. It's like, you ultimately don't make the decisions, little boys. The adults do, the parents do, because we know what's best for you. You're 3 and 4. Right? But as we start to get older, we start knowing that, especially if we're connected to our own inner self and our feelings and everything, we start thinking that maybe you don't know what's best for me. Maybe I know what's best for me. And as we become an adult, we somehow still have mom and dad or our boss or, other people, maybe friends or, husband, wife, what their voices are telling us that we need to do. And the fact is that we decide. And we decide from what we think. We get to decide if we're going to think thoughts that are empowering or disempowering. We get to decide what we want to do with our feelings. Do we want to numb out? Do we want to cut someone off and run away so we don't have to feel? Do we want to, really express our feelings? Do we want to be with ourselves enough to understand what our feelings are? We decide. We also get to decide what experiences we want to have in our lives. We can create. We can take a blank canvas and go, you know what? This would be fun in my life. I would like to go on a cruise. I would like to go live 6 months somewhere. I would like to, go climb the top of the highest mountain. I'd like to build my dream house. I would like to just go and live in a quiet place in nature for 6 months. We get to decide. We decide what we want to do in our lives. And we make that decision. Nobody else is over. It has to be over. Our parents are not over our shoulders anymore. We are adults. We're growing into adults. I know I am. And I get to decide. I don't feel, nobody else is trying to control me anymore, especially if you had a controlling mom or dad. There's nobody controlling us anymore. It's us, and we get to decide. We are now stepping in, if you haven't already, as deliberate creators in your life, and you get to decide. You decide what feels good for you and what feels bad for you. And if you want to continue to have more of what feels bad for you, you decide. You decide in the energy that you give out. So if this doesn't feel good, I don't want to be in debt, I'm tired of being dead, I don't have enough money, you're deciding on what your future is going to look like every time you continue those thoughts of lack. You decide every time you buy in energetically to that feeling of lack. And you also decide when you are the one that shifts those feelings and goes, oh my gosh, I'm totally in debt. I don't like this feeling anymore. What do I want? How do I want to feel in my life? How do I want to show up? What do I want to experience? And why? And then once again, get into the essence of what that feels like. You decide. You decide how much or how little you want to bring in your life by how expanded you are and how constricted you are. You decide when a limiting belief comes up, am I going to do something? Am I going to stay present with this limiting belief and release the energy of it and work through this? Or am I going to just not look at it? I'm going to run away from it. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to focus on something else. You decide. We decide everything in our lives. And as deliberate creator, just knowing that, we decide. I decide. Say that to yourself. I decide. And if there's something in your life that's not working, that's not bringing you the fulfillment that you want, you decide. You decide to do something else. Maybe you're in a job where you don't feel any passion, you don't feel any purpose, you don't feel that you're really living through what you have the talents and skills and abilities. You decide. Maybe you want to become a coach. Maybe you want to become an author. Maybe you want to be a speaker. Maybe you want to go and do something and sell, if you're a salesperson, sell something totally different. You decide. You decide what experiences you want to have in your life. So I hope this has helped you, because it's so important that you own you and you own your decisions and know that you're not a victim to anything outside of you, any circumstances outside of you. And it could be the worst situations. It could be maybe you're in debt, maybe you've lost your job, maybe you've lost a loved one. You know, maybe you've gone through a tragedy in your life. Been there, done that. And each moment, it's important to decide, what do you want the outcome to be? How do you want your life to change? So you decide. So this week, really stand in your own energy and look at your life and what decisions are you going to make. And by saying energetically, with passion, I decide I want this. I decide to have this. I decide to experience. I've decided I'm going to be a coach. I've decided that I'm going to quit my job. I've decided that I'm going to find another job. I've decided that I'm going to take that other job. I've decided I'm going to move across the country. I've decided. What are you going to decide? Make an affirmation, and the universe is totally going to support you in that energetic stance. So I hope this has been helpful. Please leave your comments. Let me know. What have you decided? Thank you so much. You are so, so powerful.